Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, tell me, what are you doing? How is your preparation going?
So today I gave a 2024 paper.
Hmm.
I gave the, what do you call it, the first Feb second shift paper, and I got 200 in that.
Hmm. What was the split?
I got 85 in physics. Um, Wait, one second, I just wrote it down somewhere. I have to calculate it from Google. Yeah, 62 in chem and 53 in math.
See, so 53 in maths is make more or less okay. Matlab, it
I
should
felt
be
I could
a,
have done better, but the numericals were hard. Like they were very calculative, so I think I made some
but the
errors.
problem is this
Yeah,
maths, you can improve a little bit, maybe 60 or something,
yeah.
but this has to be 85.
Yeah, a lot of inorganic came in that paper and I had to revise it, but I couldn't.
So that is what you need to do right now and make sure that you are revising your inorganic.
Yeah,
So, 1 second, just hold on for a minute.
yeah.
Uh, right. So, what was the previous paper before this? What was the previous test?
Yeah, it was an Allen revision test.
Uh, was it full syllabus?
Yeah, all these are full syllabus.
How much did you get in that?
Yeah, so in one test I got 75 in math, then
Hmm.
I got 50 in physics. I have to still check again. 75, 50, the total was, and I think I got 60 something in chem. I don't remember now.
Okay, fine. So basically, your chem marks are not what you needed them to be.
Yeah,
S-
that's right.
So last few tests, if your chem marks are in the 60s range, then it has to be above 80.
Yeah.
And for that, you need to focus from now till 26th, 27th. You have to focus completely on chem and there make sure that you are doing your inorganic, organic from NCRT plus looking at the PYQs
Yeah.
plus NCRT. An NCRT book, especially the chapters that are there at the end, which are memory based, like biological molecules and those.
Oh, yeah, those chapters. Yeah.
Have you done those polymers and all?
I have done biomolecules. Polymers is not there in our syllabus for mains.
What are the last few chapters in chemistry?
Yeah,
Biomolecules and
I'll just open NCRT. Yeah, basically the part two of chemistry for 12th grade is just organic chem.
what are the last chapters there?
Yeah, biomolecules, amines,
Hmm.
aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acid.
So aldehydes,
Alco.
ketones, carboxylic acids, amines, those are part of regular organics. So that anyway you would have prepared, right?
Yeah, I prepared for that.
But this chapter you need to prepare. Similarly, in inorganic, you need to prepare your metallurgy and extraction of metals and salt analysis, chemical qualitative analysis. Have you prepared those?
I haven't done this segment. Metallurgy is coming for advanced, and I haven't done qualitative analysis.
Why? NCRT
Um,
book doesn't have that.
no, it doesn't. I might have to refer to an old one on Google or
Qualitative
something.
analysis type of questions are not coming in mains.
Like one question, and I could get it, but otherwise, not too many. Like
What
only
are the
one question.
chapters in your part one of your 12th grade?
Yeah, I'll just get it out. Yeah, so part one is basically physical. We have solutions, electrochem,
Mhm.
chemical kinetics,
Mhm.
DNF block, and coordination compounds.
So D and F block will have a lot of information.
Yeah,
Coordination compounds will have information and some theory also.
yeah.
You know your crystal field theory and all of that stuff.
Yes, I do, but I'm not very great at the isomers part of coordination. Those GI and geometrical and optical questions, like they give a random formula and they ask you to find the number of isomers.
You need to study NCERT book. It's not like JEE mains will have very difficult questions.
Yeah, I did. I did it in December, like the entire month, but I could not touch NCRT in Jan, so I have to do that now. I have forgotten many things. Like,
These
yeah.
parts, these chapters are free marks. Whatever questions will come from here will take less than a minute to do if you know how to do.
Yeah,
So if your revision is not up to scratch here, then you will lose unnecessarily 20 marks.
yeah,
So the point is physics and maths, you cannot really change much at this stage. Whatever has happened will be similar only in the exam. But
yeah,
chemistry can go from 60 to 80 very easily if you prepare, revise properly over the next 10 days.
yeah.
So focus on that revision and like all of your self-study time, whatever time you have for self-study apart from doing tests and whatnot, that should go to chemistry right now.
Okay,
And chemistry, if there are physical chemistry, there are some chapters that are conceptually, if you are struggling with something, then you need to refer to KS Verma or Cengage Physical.
okay, yeah.
You have Cengage?
I have Cengage, yeah. I don't have the other one.
Other one as in?
Um, Never mind. I thought that was the second book.
KS Verma's physical chemistry is there in Cengage, right?
Yeah, I just forgot the name of the author. So,
You need to go through the solved examples for whichever chapter. If you have any issues in that chapter, you need to go through all the solved examples. You know, don't have time to do any exercises and all, but make sure that you go through all the solved examples.
okay, yeah,
For example, for chapters like chemical kinetics, electrochemistry, equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, so on.
yeah.
Equilibrium, electrochem, these are very important chapters, and whatever questions will come should be 100% solved.
Yes, yeah.
JEE mains level questions cannot be hard enough, especially in chemistry and physical. It cannot be that it will not be solved.
Yeah, I'm
If
scoring marks in physical, but it's inorganic and organic that's pulling my score down.
inorganic and organic, it's about learning stuff and making sure your revision is right.
Yeah.
You need to use NCERT as primary material and then plus Allen, whatever theory, notes, and all you
Mm.
have.
Sir, I also forgot there's even P block in inorganic, but they have deleted a lot from there.
You have to study everything P block,
Yeah,
S block, F, P block, F block, everything.
yeah.
And don't worry about the deletion so much. You need to study it regardless. Because if
Okay.
it is deleted, it will still be in advanced.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
is not deleted from advanced. So P block, S block, basically, if you have been lazy and you have not memorized these things, then that's why you're getting less marks. It's anybody losing marks in inorganic and organic is basically laziness. Because if you can figure out physics and maths and physical chemistry, is this tougher than that?
It's not tougher, but I guess I have to brush up every single day.
It's not tougher, and you are supposed to get marks here. These are easier marks.
Yeah.
It's on account of you not revising and you not studying it enough that you are getting less here. And it can be done in 10 days if you focus properly and work on it. In 10 days, you can make it better. You cannot increase 20 marks in physics or maths. There's no chance.
Yeah.
Whatever is your current level, that will be your situation. But
Yeah.
you
Okay.
can change this. So make sure that you work on it and find that extra 20 marks that you need.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between 190 and 210 in terms of ranks.
Yeah.
There is a big difference in percentile that will happen if you end up with 190 rather than 210. So that 210 is what we need. So you have to make sure that you work on it enough that there should not be a question which later you realize that I should just have read the chapter.
Yeah. That happened for me this exam. I mean, the mock test.
It cannot happen. That is not allowed. That
Yeah.
later you see that, oh, if I had just read that page, I would have gotten this. Such things
Yes.
are totally in your control, and such things cannot be allowed to happen, right?
Yeah.
If you cannot solve a particular question, if you're unable to solve, that's acceptable. It's not acceptable to have a question which was basic facts and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Also, the way in which you attempt the paper, you have to do chemistry, physics, and maths. Not chemistry, maths, and physics is wrong. Chemistry,
Yeah.
maths, and physics is wrong because your maths is the strongest. It has to be done at the end because you will be able to solve some problems in the last 10 minutes of the exam also if you know what to do. Or and in maths, there are many questions where there is a standard way to do it. It's not
Yeah.
like there will be a different way if you have to find a tangent to a parabola with a certain property.
Yeah. That's right.
There are many things where there are standard ways to do which you already know from practice, so you know what to do.
Yeah.
In the last 20 minutes of the exam, you can still do those questions, but you cannot do that in physics.
That's right. In fact, sir, for the exam that happened in the morning today, like the mock test, I attempted it. You, I attempted math last actually, and I did
Hmm.
physics in the middle for that.
What did you get in physics then?
I got 85 in the mock test.
How
Um,
much time did you spend on chemistry, physics, and maths?
I think I spent approximately like 40 minutes on chem, and I had
Mhm.
like 1 hour 30 or 1 hour 20 minutes for math. So I think I spent an hour on physics or 50 minutes on physics. I'm not too sure.
So that is the perfect way to write 50 to 60 minutes for physics and remaining time on maths.
Yeah. But I was actually hesitant on changing my order because I have been writing in CMP order for quite some time now.
There is nothing to hesitate. It's not like there will be a new syllabus now.
Yeah, like
The
I was just
correct order is CPN. CMP is wrong because you will not get enough time for physics.
yeah, I was getting 50 minutes even then, but it was at the end of the exam, so there was more pressure, I guess.
You cannot figure out physics questions in 50 minutes and expect good marks.
Yeah, that's right.
If you have 10 minutes left and you have to solve 2, 3 maths questions, it is possible, but it's not possible in physics.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to think and you're not so sure and then you can't do it.
Yeah.
Physics has to be in the middle hour, no matter what you do. It cannot be in the beginning, it cannot be at the end. It requires the most thought. The most calmness is required to solve physics.
Okay. Yeah.
The most calm when you will be in the exam will be in the middle hour.
Yeah.
There will be a rush in the beginning and there will be a rush at the end. Those are the times to do chemistry and maths. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
From now on, whatever 3, 4 tests you have, do it in this order. And it's
Okay.
not like you have to finish physics in 50 minutes. You can take 1 hour for physics if you have done chemistry in 40 minutes. Even if you have done chemistry in 45 minutes, you can still take 1 hour for physics and then you have 1 hour 15 minutes for maths.
Yeah, I felt I need more time for math, so I tried to rush chemistry or
Chemistry is the most valuable subject. You can't rush it.
Yeah.
What do you mean I try to rush and all? Chemistry, if you're getting 60, then the whole strategy has failed.
Yeah, that's right.
Chemistry is the most valuable subject in terms of less time and more marks.
Yeah.
You need to do chemistry till you get 80. If it takes 45 minutes, that's also fine. If it takes 55 minutes, that's also fine. But you need to get 80 in chemistry. You cannot
Yeah.
exceed 55 minutes or 1 hour. But if it is that if you know your stuff in chemistry, it will not take 55 minutes.
Yeah, because and plus they usually give a lot of theoretical questions, so
Half the
doesn't take.
paper will be solved in like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah,
because
that's
it will all be factual. And the rest, there will be some questions you'll have to do a little bit of work. So, what I'm
and
saying
also,
is,
yeah.
you have to maximize chemistry. It cannot be rushed, and it cannot be like, okay, it's fine, and I will finish it in 30 minutes and move on. You
Yeah.
cannot, like, don't expect just because you spent more time on maths and physics, you'll get more marks. It's not guaranteed that the time you spend in maths and physics will translate into marks.
Yeah.
Just because you spend 10 minutes less in chemistry and put 10 minutes more in maths doesn't mean you'll end up with any marks. It is better to make sure that you get good marks in chemistry, and it's easier.
Yeah.
Last 10 days, focus on chemistry. Make sure that you can get 80. You have the ability to get 80.
Yeah.
That's the target. And the order
All,
has to be this.
okay, sir. I'll try to get used to it. I'm going to give more tests in this order.
There is nothing to get used to. You just have to change it a little bit.
Yeah, like the timing and all that. Yeah. Also, sir, I noticed one thing in chem, like I'm getting 60 or like close 70s in chem usually. Like, that's my average in the last few tests. But I've realized that I'm getting 60 to 70 marks because of mistakes, like basically negative markings. Not that I don't, it's not that I've left a lot of questions in chem, it's that I'm making a lot of negative marking errors in chem. And that's reducing my score.
How much are you getting? How many negatives?
In the previous test, I don't know, we're having so many. So in the previous one, I got 67, and in today's, I got 62. And before that, I got 75 once. That was an easy paper. And I
What were
noticed when
the
I,
scores plus how many and minus how many here?
yeah, so basically, I left three questions, I think. Yeah. So I got a lot of negatives.
67, when you got 67, how many positives and how many negatives? It can be 18 minus 5.
I'm forgetting. One second, I'll just try to calculate it.
It is 18 minus 5, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
What are these minus 5 from? From which type of chapters are these?
Yeah. So -5 in the 67 one was from organic chem, and it was also from inorganic, and one physical, maybe. Yeah.
So that is just the same problem. You have not studied it enough or revised it well enough.
Yeah.
That's all going to be solved if you do your work properly and revise it and make sure that it is strong. This has all become positive 15.
Yeah.
That is your 20 marks.
Yeah.
Whatever negatives are happening from organic and inorganic can be corrected and it can become positive marks. That's what you have to work on.
Yeah.
But in especially in physics and maths, like you should have less than equal to three negatives, not more than that. You
Yeah.
should not attempt so many questions that you get five, six negatives in all.
Yeah. When I got 85, I made three negatives. So.
That's the maximum allowed. You can't attempt like guessing and all will not work in maths and physics.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So you have to attempt reasonably what you feel like you have done.
Okay. Yeah.
And the target for maths and physics should be reaching 70.
Yeah. It
7,
fluctuates for me. Yeah.
70 is the target. And for 70, basically you need to do around 18 questions.
Yeah.
17, 18 questions. So in your mind, you have to think that, okay, 17, 18, I have to do. You don't have to target 25 questions. You have to target
Yeah.
18, 19 corrects.
Yeah.
So you have to keep in mind that 18, 19 correct questions can be done. Like it is totally possible
Yeah.
out of 25. So you have to keep that in mind while you write the test that I'm not targeting all of them. I have to do correctly in physics and maths. Accuracy you have to focus on. Make sure you're accurate and you're correct. Whatever you know, you got it.
Yeah.
And don't skip, like, don't skip any question that you know what to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Where you know what to do. Any question where you know the steps, you feel like it will take some time, but if you are having that feeling that maybe I'll come back to it later, there will
Yeah.
not be a time for that.
Okay.
So if you know what to do, you should do it right then.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't have any idea what to do, then you can come back to it later. You
Yeah, that's
understand what I'm saying? For
yes, sir. Yeah.
example, there is a coordinate geometry question with some two, three things there. You have to make some equations, two, three equations, and then do it. But you know exactly what you have to do.
Yeah,
Then
that would
you
happen.
have to do it right then. There is not going to be time to come back.
Okay. Yeah.
The general tendency in the exams these years will be it will become harder and harder. So they have made it 25 questions and they have not given you 30 questions now. And
Yeah.
the overall tendency will be exams will become harder. And it is likely that there will be problems which will take 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but there will be some like that, five, six maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
But anybody who is expecting in their mind that the question should be solved in 2 minutes, if you're expecting in your mind that, then you will think that I should skip this for now.
Okay. Yeah. That.
But you should not skip it for now because you will not be able to come back. There is no time for that.
Okay.
If you know something, you do it even if it takes 5 minutes. As long as you have decided in the beginning that you knew what to do and you have picked the right question. It should not be like I'm making a stab in the dark, right? You're
Yeah.
not going to spend 5 minutes on a question where you don't know what you're supposed to do. Those
Okay.
are the questions where you have to skip.
Hmm.
Do
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Got it.
If you know what to do, it is okay to spend 3 to 5 minutes and get those 4 marks.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because 4 marks and 5 minutes is roughly like a good ratio. You have 180 minutes. Do you understand? It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
180, like it's not like every question will be like that. There will be many questions where you'll spend less time and get more marks.
Yeah.
You need 210 marks. So this is a good enough investment of time. So don't be under the impression that, wait, this seems like it will take some time. Let me move on. You will never come back only.
Yeah.
So that is one thing to be aware of, especially in physics and especially in maths. This thing is unlikely to happen in chem.
Yeah.
So in physics and maths, basically the idea is it is okay to skip 4 or 5 questions. You couldn't do them because they were too tough. You didn't know what to do. You have left them. But
Yeah.
there will be 18 to 20 questions which you know what to do, and those are the ones you have to try to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And 18 to 20 questions is possible to do in 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, whatever time you have for these papers.
Yeah.
Because on average, they will not take more than 3 minutes for all the questions. Some of them will be very easy.
Yeah.
What
Also,
else?
so how should I plan studying chemistry along with physics and math now?
You don't have to study physics and maths. That's what I'm saying.
As in solving questions as also.
Oh, solving questions is only in the tests. You are solving questions in the tests. You're writing at least over the next 10 days, you'll write 4 or 5 tests, right?
Yeah.
So that is your practice.
Okay.
For the next 10 days, you don't have to do any physics and chem. You just keep writing the tests and see after the test, see what questions you did and what questions you didn't do and find the solutions.
Okay. Yeah.
Do the revision and analysis for those tests. That is your revision for physics and maths. There is no time to do physics and maths right now because
Okay.
physics and maths are not a problem. They are already getting around 70.
Yeah, but it does fluctuate. Sometimes if the test is easy, I'm getting 17 math, otherwise 50 to 60.
That is fluctuating because you're doing maths in the middle, right?
Yeah. This was the first test I did math in the end, so I have to see how it goes from now on.
It will fluctuate depending on the paper and depending on your level. But
Yeah, that's
on
true.
average, you're getting 70, right? Roughly.
Yeah, like 65 to 70. When I was doing it in the middle.
And for physics, what is the average?
Yeah, so since I was doing it in the end, I was not scoring very well. I was getting like 50 to 65 basically. It increased in this test because I think it was easier as well, the paper.
So if you are getting this score consistently, then that means that is your level.
Okay.
You can't change it in 10 days. There's nothing you can do right now.
Yeah. I just guess I think the Allen tests are harder than the mock tests. So maybe that's why my score increased in them.
Do the mock tests and do your revision tests of Allen. The point
Yeah.
is, nothing can be changed here. You will get like this only, with that is your level. In
Okay.
10 days, nothing will happen. If you want to work on some specific chapter specific doubts, we can
Yeah.
do for physics and
Okay.
maths chapter specific. If there are some difficulties, we can discuss it in a separate class.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
But other than that, there is nothing you can do right now. And I'm saying that you don't study it other than writing the tests. All your
Okay.
time has to go to chem
All right. Yeah.
because this is acceptable, but 60 in chem and 50 in chem is not acceptable
Yeah.
because this can become very easily 80 to 90.
Okay.
That is the difference. If you can increase this, then everything is fine.
Yeah.
So
So,
make
sir, what
sure
do you suggest for chem? How exactly should I study?
you have to read NCRT, look at every chapter for inorganic and organic. Every
Okay.
chapter NCRT you have to go through properly and then look at the last 3 years at least of JEE mains questions from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Every chapter in inorganic and organic, including the ones at the end, all the chapters that you have avoided because they are memory based.
Yeah.
There must be some chapters which you have avoided or you're not prepared properly. Those
Yeah.
chapters, everything has to be done. Every chapter has to be done, prepared properly. Last 10 days, you have to keep doing it, redoing it every time, and make sure that the PYQs for those chapters you have done last 2, 3 years.
Okay.
There is no time to do anything else. Do NCRT, Allen book, whatever theory is there, plus PYQs.
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
to only focus on NCRT, PYQs, that's all. But make sure that you do it multiple times so that on the day of the exam, everything is in your mind.
Yeah.
If you do some particular chapter S block today, you have to do it again day after tomorrow. There are enough PYQs in the last few years. So many shifts are there. There are enough PYQs that you can find on any chapter.
Yeah.
And doing it doesn't mean just keep solving PYQs. Doing it means knowing every line in the theory.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a topper and between someone who gets a middling rank.
Yeah.
If you want to be at the upper echelons, get a high rank, you have to be the person who knows everything that is in NCRT, every line, everything.
Yeah.
If you're not that person, then the rank will not be so high. Even if you do very well in this, like that totally depends on the paper, how it is and all. You can't
Yeah. That's
control it, but you can control your chemistry performance.
yeah.
Revision of NCRT is super important, and then after that, whatever PYQs you can do, you have to do. And you have to do the same chapter, organic, inorganic, same chapters multiple times to make sure you're not missing anything.
Yeah. I'll do that.
If you have done it once, do it again till the exam. Don't
Yeah.
waste any time in solving random practice questions for physics and maths.
Okay.
That's a waste of time right now. If you're writing the test, you're anyway getting the practice.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing can be changed at this stage.
Okay.
If you want to improve your score in physics and maths, you can improve it over the next couple of months in April attempt. But now, right now, whatever it is what your level is.
Okay.
But it is chemistry where you can see significant improvements. If there is a issue in physical chemistry, you need to refer to K.S. Verma, solved examples.
Okay.
And also don't ignore NCRT book for physical also, because maybe there will be some factual question, theory based question from there.
Yeah. They do keep coming.
So NCRT book, complete revision, multiple rereadings, making sure that anything from there cannot be asked, which will be a surprise for you.
Yeah.
That is what you have to ensure. There is no great way to prepare other than doing it over and over again.
Yeah. Also, sir, are there any specific chapters I should focus on for math and physics as well? Like
No.
anything that's easy to score marks in or something like that?
Have you done your communication systems and all?
That's not there for mains, and it's not there even for advanced. I think
The
it got
last few
deleted.
chapters in physics you have done NCRT book.
I haven't done NCRT, but I have studied those.
NCRT you have to do. Have you done your statistics?
I did it, but not from NCRT.
Did it from where then?
I mean, the Allen module or
The point is, have you prepared those chapters and can you solve PYQs?
yeah, I can.
So study it from NCRT. Make sure that you are prepared in those chapters which are easy but they're pretty factual. You need
Okay.
to know those chapters which you have ignored. You need to know your experiments and all that are in the syllabus or at there that are in NCRT.
Oh yeah, I haven't done the vernier calipers thing. I have to do that.
All the basic measuring devices and errors and horrible chapters that people usually ignore. You have to study those because one question will come.
Yeah.
For physics, it's like that. For maths, it is the statistics part. You have to do it.
Yeah.
And logic gates and all. Is it there?
Yeah, we have that.
Have you prepared it?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
And what about semiconductors?
I did that as well.
So those are the chapters that you need to worry about in physics and maths, where there will be some easy question, but only those who know the chapter can do it.
Yeah.
For the regular part that you have been doing all these 1.5 years, you don't need to do much for that. If you have not done it till now, then nothing you can do now.
Yeah.
The chapters that you have to focus in physics and maths are the ones that you have ignored because they are not super important and only one question comes.
Yeah, okay.
Measuring devices, physics experiments, which are in NCRT. They might ask a question on a simple experiment that is there described in the text. That could be from any chapter. That could
Oh,
be whatever. They have been asked before. Sound, current electricity. So many chapters you can have a question based on some experiment that is described. Modern
Yeah.
physics, there are some factual things that are there.
Okay.
Focus on the factual parts which you have not looked at, and you look at it from NCRT.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Maths, statistics, logic, those chapters, make sure that you know what is happening there.
Yeah.
But 80% of your time has to be on inorganic and organic and chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Um, so any tips for improving in integrals? Like,
There is no tip like that.
yeah, I feel there are
Whatever.
so many questions, and many of them are hard, and some of them are easy. Like, it keeps varying.
Also, whatever practice you have done, it depends on your practice and your level. Like,
Yeah.
if you have done enough practice, then you will be okay with it anyway.
Yeah. So, to work a lot on chemistry, then, yeah.
You can't change your situation with integrals and all in next 10 days.
Okay.
You were supposed to do that last year, no? Practice all your Allen questions, everything, PYQs.
Yeah,
If you
I
have
did
done
that.
all that, then revise. Then there is no need to revise also. What is there to revise? You know it already. You should
Yeah.
know
Okay.
all the standard methods and all the typical questions.
Yeah.
Now is not the time to worry about those things. Now is the time to focus on improving marks where marks can be found.
Yeah.
That is chemistry. And you have to approach the rest of the paper with the belief, self belief that, okay, I have done my best. Now I have a certain level and I will be able to score certain marks.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of worrying about, oh, this chapter or that chapter or special tricks, there are no special tricks in life. There is no shortcut. So it's not like I'll tell you two lines and then integrals will be done.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You should know that by now.
Yeah, I do.
So nothing I can say right now will change your level in some random chapter, EMI and AC. Suddenly you'll become great at capacitors. It depends on what you have done over the last 2 years. So
Yeah.
it will not change. If you have done your work, you are at a certain level, you will be able to do the questions in the exam. If you
Yeah.
haven't done enough, then maybe you have to do it later for the next exam, but you can't change it in the next 5 days.
Okay. Yeah.
So forget about those things. Focus on the things that you can affect,
Yeah.
like free marks in inorganic and organic.
Okay.
It should not be after the exam that you realize that, oh, this was on this page.
Yeah, that's true.
If you, after the exam, realize, oh, I couldn't do this integral, that's not a big disappointment. That's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't do some integrals, it's totally fine. But it should not be like some free 1 minute. 1 minute you would have gotten 4 marks and you missed out on that.
Yeah, that's true.
So focus on those things and don't worry about the rest. Whatever you have done so far is enough to get decent marks in physics and maths.
Yeah.
But you have to increase your marks in chem to 80.
Yes, I'll try that.
Okay. Work. And if there are specific, some chapters, some specific things, then we can do classes for that for physics and maths. So
Yeah.
you find out all your doubts or specific issues and we can fix those.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. Thank you,
Hmm.
sir.
Hmm. Bye.